Hi. Um, it's it's nice to finally be making this video, and I gotta say, it's really nice that I get to share my passions of makeup. I get to share my passions of gaming, life experiences, heartbreak, good days, really bad days, and I just I've been waiting a real long time to make this video because if I'm gonna pursue this and try to have people be interested in my life and interested in what I have to say. I just want to start off being honest, and that's kind of one of the best things that I think I can do or be for people is just be honest and real with people. And I have a small, I have a few people here and there on like Snap. I'm not, huge into like you know, social media, Jeffree Star's my favorite beauty guru, all that fun stuff like that. Follow him, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. Um, but I have to say, this week has been pretty intense, and I just felt like I needed a starting point, and I feel like this video is my starting point. And I'm just going to talk about life, talk about what's been happening at work. We're going to do my nightly routine. I'm going to show you my night routine, some of the products I use for my lips and my face. Um, and I'm just going to, I guess, just talk about my day, relate with people and be honest. Because I just think that's the best thing you can do. And if I have an audience, I have an audience. If I don't, I don't. But at least, you know, I get to put it out there. So, one of my favorite things to use that reduces oils because I have really oily skin, like really bad. I have oil really bad on my forehead and my nose, and I use what is called um, Original Skin. It's a matte moisturizer with willow herb by Origins. I think this product is like the best. Oh, hold on, let me if I can find a way to hold it. There we go. So it's a great type of mask. Here's what it looks like in the inside. It's kind of like this, like very light, herbly, like apple cider smelling, kind of like just I don't know how to express it. Like it's very minty apple cidery in a weird way. I don't know. It smells good. It's great. Um, I bought mine at Sephora. And I love it because when I'm in a rush in the mornings, I gotta get to work early. I just put on my full face, it moisturizes, and throughout basically my whole day, it takes away all my oils. I could never find a product besides when I started buying my stuff from Sephora um, that would get rid of my oils or reduce the size of my pores a little bit enough to maybe reduce my oil that my face accumulates throughout my day. But this product of Original Skin by Origins is the best. um, ain't gonna lie, I don't know too much about makeup. I game competitively a little bit, nothing too crazy. But I love makeup, I love bags, I've had some really great people in my life that allow me to feel loved and beautiful, even though I'm a man and I love bags and I have a boyfriend and all that crazy stuff like that. It's just nice that I can share this, um, and it's just nice to express myself um, and do things that I love. So, starting off, we're going to because we're gonna do my night routine. First things we're gonna do is we're gonna use the Sephora brand um, little liquid pads. I don't know. They're just like little, like non-alcoholic pads. You get them at Sephora. Sephora brand. It's great. Um, I personally love using these um, before I put my moisturizer on. Now I do have that Origins, but you know what? I'm probably not going to use this. But a good brand if you're gonna, really good brand if you're gonna use, clean your face quick. Burt's Bees Wipies 3-in-1, the blue package is actually really great. I love it. Gets rid of, takes off makeup quick. Also cleans your face, moisturizes your face. Great. But um, but again though, these Sephora brand non-alcoholic wipies are hands down one of my favorite products to use to clean the dirt and stuff off my face after like a long day at work. Um, so what we'll probably do first is, again, this is a Sephora AMA um, gel cleansing skin gel. It tones and it's a cleanser. I personally love this because it's not too expensive. It is very affordable if you're a college student, if you're just trying to have a night routine and you don't really wear makeup throughout your day. I personally like it because it's light. It's very kind of like, it doesn't really have a smell, which is really nice. So, um, what you got to do is, what I personally find is if you have a Clairsonic, love my Clairsonic. You gotta. I personally love the exfoliating head. Now, I haven't tried the other ones. There's a deep pore cleaner brush that's an extension for the Clairsonic. I personally want to try it, but college student, I love glasses. I buy a bunch of glasses before I buy another head. But I just say go for the exfoliator head because it's, I don't know how to describe it. Like after using it 1 or 2 times, you instantly see results. So so just apply the head on, and then I usually would wipe it on my face or put the gel on my face with my sponge, but we'll just put it on for now. There it is. The products on the brush, and then I just did my face or my hair today. Okay, and then I find, because I have a beard, unfortunately, um, that I really don't use my products that I get from Sephora, my face cleansers, um, in my beard area, just because my beard area, the skin is so dry or so affected by just my, I don't know how to explain it. Like my beard dries my skin out, so it gets really bad. So I just leave it. Um, but I just personally just like going over the face. I love this pink. Like, this is the best color ever. Um, I have a bunch of friends that work at Sephora. I love it because those girls are always so helpful. They're always helping me find new products. They're always helping me find like new things to try. And I just have to give a big thumbs up for like Team Sephora because those girls are just great. They help me, with everything. So sometimes I'll use it a second time if I really want to go crazy. It's only suggested to use the exfoliator brush once a night, um, or sometimes twice a day for only maybe like 2 times a week. That's it. Personally, I love doing masks. I'm really into my skin, but yet again, my nose and my closer to my hairline gets really bad, gets broke out really quickly, especially when I get stressed. I have really light rosacea right here, so I break out very lightly or very heavily depending on like how stressed I am. Now you can wash the gel off. Personally, I just like the feel of the gel. I leave it on. It's a nice little coat. Um, and what my one of my favorite products of all time, I'm gonna shake it up a little bit, is the Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask. I personally, let's take a look. By Glow Recipe. I love this. Love, love, love. It's glowing, radiant, and softening. It smells so great. So I got the big container. It's $45. And I have to say, it's worth it because I got my sponge, um, silicone sponge, whatever. And what I love to do is really try to conserve product. And what I like to do is kind of just go all over the place with it. It's just meant to moisturize and just give a really nice protective glow on your face. And I love watermelon. Like, I don't know if you're allergic to watermelon or watermelon doesn't agree with you, then you know what, then don't. There's tons of other products at Sephora or whatever type of makeup brand or makeup store you go to and use. But I'm just saying, like, really give this product a try. Like, I really, really, really suggest it. Um, Personally, when I first started getting into makeup, I really only focused my day routine. So my foundation, my primer, what brand suited me most, or suited me the best, um, and you know my favorite makeup brands tend to be Venti, Too Faced, and um, the Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star has been a big influencer in my life, um, and it just following his work, following his business practices, his how he deals with stuff, and just who he is as a person really has just given me this boat of confidence to come on YouTube and do this video, and not be disappointed if it doesn't turn out the way that I would like, where I get to have a giant group of people be interested or share ideas or try new things with. And that's kind of my goal, is I just really want you know other people to understand, or I guess what my main message is, that you don't have to wear makeup to be beautiful. You don't. You really don't. No matter what has happened in your life, you are beautiful on the inside. I personally, in my past, I spent a portion, if not half of my lifetime in my younger years, elementary, being the outcast, being very big, being bigger than all the other kids. I was the kid that didn't get invited to the birthday party, where my whole other class did. Um, you know, be real with you, when I was in fifth grade, and I'll never forget it, my fifth grade teacher, which, I still, I remember her to this day. And I still can't believe that they would tell a fifth grader. I don't know how old I was back then, but just this whole scenario. And I would love somebody to hear this and tell me what they think. Is if you didn't do, if you missed 3 homework assignments or something and you didn't turn them in, you wouldn't be able to go on this camping trip. And it was the biggest fifth grade camping trip that happened the whole year. Well, me being the stubborn child, um, I did not do my 3 assignments, and it was just really, I didn't think it was no big deal. Thinking far back that they're not going to tell me no, and I will never forget my fifth grade teacher, like, crouching down to my level, because I was short, like, now I'm tall, and just saying, like, you won't be able to go, and you are going to end up staying at school in this completely different classroom, like, catching up on your 3 fifth grade assignments and doing extracurricular work. And I'm like, and I look back at it now as an adult, and I see that it was wrong. Like, you told this child, and you took this experience away from this child that didn't do homework assignments. Let's be really real. Like, fifth grade, you're messing around with, like, lizards, and like, you're learning basic math stuff. There's not really too much you're really gonna miss out on. Like, my school I went to, I think it was second grade, we had, like, tarantulas, snakes, lizards, roaches. I remember all the way back in second grade where the first day of class I had a cockroach in my desk. But not to get off story, but so what happened was, I eventually I told my mom that I'm not going on this trip. My parents, my dad, I think he was deployed or some fucking shit like that or whatever, and my mom got so fucking pissed, so mad, that they told a child, and it's not even about the assignments. It really isn't. The whole thing was, you really are going to tell a child, and you're going to deny them this field trip because they missed 3 assignments. Like, really? And you know what my mom did, and I will never forget this until the day I die, is she took me out of school for those 3 days. Because there were other kids that didn't do their assignments, troubled kids, or kids who were slower learners, or stuff like that. And they still told those kids they couldn't go. And, it was something that I regret, that if I could go back, I'd be like, even though, my mother took me out of school for those 3 days, I think I much rather just have gone. And the hardest part of all was when everybody came back. I just remember everybody talking about how much fun they had, and I couldn't do that. Um, So still applying the watermelon mask. So I just think in today's world, or the millennials, or whatever's happening, with our generation, that we're holding people's feet to the fire. And on certain things, I think that, especially with kids, you shouldn't deny children experience. You shouldn't deny them an ability to learn something new, or experience a camping trip with his classmates, or, like sixth grade, the last grade that you could do in my elementary school was you went to SeaWorld. I was so unhappy in elementary school, I chose to just go to middle school and just skip the trip. I didn't want to be a part of there anymore. So much other things happened in my life there that wasn't pleasant. I was just done. I didn't want to deal with the teachers, the kids. I just wanted to start my next stage of my life, being that young. So, um, my skin is really dry. I put a lot of moisturizer in it, a lot of moisturizer on my face throughout the day, and I can still feel like the sleeping mask getting like sucked into my skin. So I'm gonna apply some more. Um, so it's even till this day. I regret not going, but sometimes I have to look at it in the way that it's like, what happened to the kids that had learning disabilities? Like, did they get to go? I don't know if they did or not. Did they even get told that they could have gone? Who knows? That's really shitty. Um, and I don't know. I just I just don't think it's right. And I know a lot of things in that teacher's past, because I ran into her with my best friend. Me and my best friend, him, were in her class, and we ran into her at like a tire place or some crap like that, and she felt like she was obligated to tell us all the shitty things that happened in her life, and she's talking about how she got divorced and how sick she's been, and you know, and how life has just been, hell for her. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, you remember, like I'm sitting here and I don't want to say spiteful. I want to say I'm the type of person that's fair. If you've done me wrong and there's not a chance to get fair or even, I just have to let life and the universe and energy and karma take its role. And I just really couldn't care. She's like, "Oh, you should add me on add oh, in a jokingly, or I don't know, jokingly or a serious way, like she said you should add me on Facebook." And I'm like, I'm really gonna add the teacher that denied a fifth grader an experience that he will never be, to go on camp with his classmates and hang out, you know? So my hair's a mess. God, I had it done perfectly. I did a lot of running around and now it's just crazy. So I don't know. I don't want to stick on that sad story. It's my first video, watermelon mask. So yeah. So moving forward, um, what happened? What happened next? Sorry, I get thinking about these old stories that I try not to think about, or I really don't even concern myself with them anymore, and it's just hard to like be like, okay, let's talk about in today's world, like beauty community, how everybody's fighting with each other or some shit like that, and I'm just trying to be myself. I want to be myself. I want to, I have a partner that, he is awesome. He loves me for me. I'm happy. I'm doing school. I'm working. I'm trying to figure my life out, and I couldn't ask for more. I couldn't ask for more. Um, but next thing, so the face is done. I'm really happy with it. I put a little bit in my beard. You guys saw that. I just put it there just to see like what it would do. Probably won't do nothing. Um, Next thing, so lip. What I want to really want to get into is I wake up a lot. My lips are cracked. Um, they hurt or they're just dry. But I've seen a huge difference because I've been using this brand Bite. So the best way to describe it is it's agave lip mask. It's great for a gloss. It sticks on your lips for probably a good portion of your day. You know, if you're not doing a lot of eating, um, but there's a method that I found to keeping it on most of the day and really hydrating throughout your day or even when you go to bed. So what I found is I just use my pinky and I just add a little bit because you can buy this at Sephora, and I believe it's $32. See, like you can already tell. Sorry about the lighting, but you can kind of tell the difference how like shiny this bottom lip is compared to this upper lip. Uh, I'll spread that to the top. But it's just interesting, you know, because there's so many of these female and male beauty gurus, and it's them testing things and and I guess in a way I want to be a part of that, but I want to bring more to it. I want to change the game. I want to change how, you know, people see makeup. I want to change, and I have all these ideas, and I want to make makeup, and you know, but I got to get through life, and I got to get this schooling, and it's like last 7 classes of college, and you'll have your degree. So, you know, struggles of making your dreams come true, but you got to be an adult first, and you got to, you know, school is how you progress. It's how you raise the bar, you know. So but continuing, so I've applied the agave lip mask. Sephora, I believe, I think I said it already, but whatever. It's 30, I think around $32. Again, I love pink. My favorite colors are pink, gray, purple, black. Um, and I got the pink one. There's a pink and a red, and I think another color, but definitely the pink is my favorite. So I love this because it has an awesome flavor. It's like candy. It tastes great. One thing though, so the next product I put on when I go to bed or before I go to bed, because now you can see kind of with this lighting, I gotta find a way to dim this down. My first video, I'm sorry, um, is it's Rose Lip Vaseline Lip Therapy. Now, personally, I love this. Um, it's good. I find that it's a really good gloss sometimes, and it's really just a good kind of protecting layer for your better products that you have on your lips. Personally, I love to mix and match my glosses. I have tons of glosses. Like I said, Too Faced, Fenty are my favorite. I even have a few of Jeffree Star's glosses or lip mats. I want to get some of his glosses. But so what I do is I have my agave mask, lip mask on, and I just I use my pinky. But I love having a decent amount um, of the Vaseline on because during you're supposed to have what between 6 and 8 hours of sleep or whatever. You know, you're tossing around, rolling around, your face is in your pillow. Your stuff is gonna come off, you know. Whatever, if your face is still wet from your other products or your lips, you know, eventually the product will either get absorbed or it'll just come off in your pillow. So I just like adding a good amount of the cherry Vaseline. And then again, if you're just in a quick, you know, pace or mood, or you're late for work, or life is happening, you just grab it and go. Grab the vest, grab the cherry Vaseline or grab the lip mat. They're both travel size. This is the biggest one, but just grab it and go. So like now you can see a little bit with this lighting. Let's see if I can use this extra lighting to my advantage. How glossy my lips are. So yeah, it's I really want to go into lips. I really want to focus on my lips. I know Sephora has some really like fun night lip. I don't know what it is. Like it's a night routine or it's a lip mask, but for nighttime. And I tried it once or twice. I forgot the name. I got to get back to you about it. But it's really good. But for now, this is kind of my routine for night. I personally love it. So personally, I have to say I'm not a person that just like extends my hand, picks something and tries it. I have to figure out a way to try it first, or I take a big chance and I go for it. Like, quick story, because I don't want this video to be any longer, is my first foundation ever was Maybelline, and it blended in my skin perfectly. But then I went to Sephora and I started getting into the designer brands, and I just fell in love with, you know, my Too Faced concealer that, you know, moisturizes my skin, or my Venti, you know, foundation that makes me look like a porcelain doll, you know. Um, so I'm hoping, I don't know what I'm gonna, you know, do next for my next video. This video was kind of just like a test run and just really getting out there and expressing a little bit about me, showing that I'm here. I'm here for anybody who wants to talk. I enjoy talking, um, but I just, you know, for a first video, I have to say it was pretty good. So I'll let you guys go. Thank you for watching. You have a wonderful evening.